Hey, Mike here. So it's been a while since my last video, but I just wanted to update you guys with a little project that I've been working on, and it's a very easy to use question by question test suite made in PySide 6, all natively on your own system without the need for internet, of course, because get this, we are running all of it off of our local LLM. Now, currently, I don't have any model connected. As you can see, it says model offline here. But if we pop into LM Studio, you'll see that, yeah, I already tested Gemma IT2B before. So today we are going to showcase our latest, most up-to-date, highest quality local LLM. Now you may be thinking to yourself, hey Mike, that is a lot of keywords, and you are correct. But don't worry, I am not using them frivolously. They all pertain to this specific model called Nous Hermes or Nous Hermes. I'm not really sure how to pronounce this. And this is by a guy named Tekken. Yeah, I think his name is Tekken. Let me make sure here. Oops, his name was Technium actually. But yeah, this guy along with Nous Research. I hope it's New Research. That sounds much cooler than Nous Research. But he was previously at Stability AI, and long story short, he has this new model, Nous Research, or Nous Hermes 2 Mistral DPO 7B. I've been using this as my main local LLM driver for the past, geez, I don't know, month? I think it's been a month since he last released it, or at least a few weeks. But anyway, this is the link that you can just type in into the little search bar here, of course. And anyway, we're just going to start server. Make sure you do your regular checks, your server port 1234, everything is on. Now, personally, I use the max GPU offload settings. That's what works for me. I'm running on, mind you, a M1 16 gig MacBook Pro, and I'm utilizing 4,000 tokens because I just don't find myself often needing anything more than 4,000 tokens. But anyway, let's head on into the test itself. As you can see, we have upgraded from our typical terminal setup. Now we are using a full GUI, however you want to pronounce that. And yeah, we're just going to roll through each of these questions. Let me reload the API connection, and boom, you can see here now it says Nous Hermes to Mistral 7B, yada, yada, yada. And yeah, let's roll through each of these questions one by one. Now, currently we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 questions in our question pool. Now, we will be adding to this anytime that I find a worthy comment in our videos. So please comment in the comments below on this specific video a question or questions if you have multiple good ideas as to what other things we can add to this question list that will test our local LLMs so that they work well with Obsidian AI. Anyway, let's get to it. So first question is, what do you know about the Obsidian note-taking app? Provide a quick summary in Markdown format showcasing your Markdown knowledge. The length should be less than 2 paragraphs of text. All right, let's hit enter, and here we go, generating. So right off the bat, it starts off with a header 1. It gives us a very good first sentence here. Obsidian is a powerful and flexible note-taking application designed for knowledge management and organization. Utilizes a local folder structure, allowing users to create and link notes using Markdown syntax. Key features include, as you can see here, it's providing the summary in Markdown format. So that's already checked as for the to-do list here that we've designated for the AI. But anyway, it says bidirectional links, live preview, customizable inference. Oops, I have low battery. Customizable interface, daily notes, plugin support, and it concludes with Obsidian is available for Windows, macOS, and Linux, and can be used both online and offline, making it an ideal choice for those seeking a versatile and efficient note-taking solution. That is a pass. So I'm going to click the green pass button here, pass, boom, and it has moved on to the next question. Now, before I move on to the next question, let me plug in my battery. All right, battery is plugged in. Let's take this next question into effect here. So I'm going to start the generation. In the meantime, let me explain to you what this question is about. So all this is doing is converting this piece of text you can see right here into a formatted response. So it should be word for word the exact same, The only difference being the spacing, aka the new lines in between the pieces of data. So we have a header 1, then we have a header 2, and we have 1, 2, 3, as you can see here, 1 automated task management that corresponds to data analytics, 3 speed and efficiency, and you move on to another header 2, advantages for different audiences. Let's take a look here. Header 2 advantages for different audiences. And these, instead of being numbered, they're just a normal list. There's 5 of them instead of 3. And instead of them being bold, they are italicized. So they have a little underscore instead of a double asterisk. So that is all correct. And then we are ending things off with the last header 2, democratization of AI technology, and it should end with innovate and excel in their fields. So that should be the last words. Those should be the last words of the generation, and that is correct. Innovate and excel in their fields. So this, yet again, is another pass. All right, moving on to the third question. Let's start generating the answer here. And the question is, suggest relevant links for the text that I give you within these 3 backtick text delimiters. So just in a code block, basically. And so here are the examples. I also give it these instructions so that it understands how to name these generations. And I give it 2 high quality examples. And oh, it's done, it seems. So let's take a look here. This would be perfect. Let's actually copy and paste this into a note within Obsidian. So I'm going to copy this. And now I just created this new note called Neurology Notes. Let's paste this in. And that is what the pasted response looks like. Now, if we put this in the front matter here, let's go into source mode. If we paste this within the front matter and I go back into regular mode, now you can see that I have a relations property with all of these new connections. And if I open up the graph view for this, let's make sure that we open up a local graph view. And yeah, you can see that this is our original node here. And now we have all of these connections that have to do with the specific note. Now, of course, the note text isn't in here because we've generated it using this text right here. So we can just do the same thing here, copy all of this text and paste it in here. And now we have, let's close this. Now we have the note and we have everything that our local LLM has generated when it comes to the relations. So far, we have 3 for 3. That's pretty good. Now we're moving on to the fourth question. Let's click the generate button. So this one is about creating a data view code snippet. So a lot of models have problems with this because they just don't know how to do the syntax appropriately. I've done my best to give it examples to start out with. Here you can see that I have 3 examples for showing different functionalities that you can do within data view. Now this is specific to Obsidian, of course, and I will show you what this looks like in just a moment. So it's done generating. It's told me here's the requested data view code snippet. Now optimally, this would answer with just the code snippet without any prose of like, hey, here it is, or no afterthoughts of, you know, this is for X, Y, and Z. But let's just copy this and head into Obsidian. And as you can see, we are back in our little neurology node here. Let's head on a little bit lower and paste in the data view code snippet. There it is. And now let's see if it works. So we're going to get out of it and boom, that is the correct answer. There should be exactly one answer for this query. Let's see what it does here. So it lists all of my notes and then it further lists those that contain neuroscience within their title, in their file name, and it makes sure that it's linked equals false. Now again, this is not too complex of a data view code snippet. I think it's a good first test. Please let me know in the comments if you have a better code snippet that I could utilize to really push the limits and test out data view. Like I said, let me know in the comments. So again, pass. 4 for 4. So for number 5 here, all I'm asking it to do is to generate a title for the document provided after the example. I give it a high quality response, and this is what I would like my document title to look like after it's done, of course. And then I give it the text to generate the title from. So let's see what it comes up with. It should, of course, start with a date, and then whatever title it's come up with. So, okay, we have the same date, we have the hour and minute, and the title is Marketing Strategy Shift from Rubber Duckies to Silicon AI Chips. And yeah, that's correct, because that's exactly what this piece of text is all about. We have the same exact date here, as you can see, as well as the contents of the note itself. This is going to be marketing strategy meeting, met with Peter, went over in detail about the rubber ducky product, yada, yada, yada. This is the appropriate response. So again, a pass. Moving on to number 6, all I want here is an email response. So here is an email from this pseudo investor talking about how much they love the idea of us pivoting from rubber duckies to silicon AI chips. But not only do I want this email to be a response to this person, but I also want it to have a clear call to action. So again, let's generate and see what it comes up with. It should start with Dear Rob. Okay, so it's starting off with a subject. That's good. Dear Rob. Perfect. Okay. Optimally, I would like this to say, Dear Mr. Ducky, maybe, but he called us Mike, right? So why not call him Rob back? And it goes on to say, thank you for your enthusiastic email about our strategic pivot. We're thrilled to hear that you share our excitement for the transition from rubber duckies to AI chips and hardware. Your support means a great deal to us as we embark on this new journey. That's all fine and dandy. Where is the call to action? That's what I'm really looking for here. Okay, so this is a good start. To facilitate this process, please find attached a brief overview of our proposed product idea. We kindly request that you review it and share your thoughts with us by replying to this email or scheduling call at your earliest convenience. Okay, I would say that this qualifies as a call to action. And best of all, it signs us off as Mike because it understands, the LLM understands that, hey, since this is an email to Mike, me, then if I'm replying to this email, then 99% of the time, I'm going to be Mike. So that's why it signs Mike at the end. Again, a pass, right? So we are 6 for 6. All right, so for this one, the premise of it is just given the context of the note, outline a series of actionable tasks, this is very important, that can be implemented to maximize the benefits of AI-driven productivity tools and collaborative platforms. Long story short, I'm looking for actionable tasks, things I can do. So preferably a checklist. Now, it can also be a numbered list, as we can see here, but it has to be things that I can do based upon this note. This note is structured in a way as if I were taking a voice-to-text note, right? Using speech-to-text. And so this is just me talking about today has been an incredibly busy day, eventful, blah, blah, blah. And I note very important things that have happened today. And from all of this, I am asking for actionable tasks. Let's take a look here at the answer so far because it's still generating. Utilize AI-powered calendar management tools to schedule meetings and block time slots for specific tasks. Okay, it would be nice to know what kind of calendar management tools I could use, but again, this is a 7 billion parameter model. I don't expect to know that in-depth of information when it comes to the answers. Number 2, implement an AI-driven project management tool. Okay. Number 3, use AI-powered analytics tools to analyze market trends and adjust your marketing strategy accordingly for the new product. Number 4, leverage an AI-driven finance tool to streamline the process of collecting, organizing, and analyzing financial data. 5, 6, yeah, this is all AI-based. Now, this is probably because I specifically asked for AI-driven productivity tools to be recommended to me. That's why all of these answers from 1 to 10 are focusing on AI-driven tools. Now, personally, I think that this question is a pass, or the answer is a pass, but on the other hand, I just don't think that this question is a good question to begin with because it's just not as clear if it's a pass or not. So I will be remaking this question. One thing I do want to mention, all of this is public on my GitHub. All you have to do is click on this little GitHub link here. It'll take you to the page. There you can submit other questions you would like to see. I'll make it a lot easier to submit questions too. But yeah, be on the lookout for a lot of refactored versions of these question sets. And now we are on the last question, the 8th question, and it's very simple. It's generate a Markdown. Let me start it first. Generate a Markdown template for a daily journal that includes parts for reflection, gratitude, and planning. Give it to me inside a Markdown code block so that I can easily copy it myself. And here we go. Okay, so it starts with Markdown. Now, unfortunately, it has this kind of layout front matter, which doesn't really make sense, but you'll see in just a moment. I will copy and paste this into Obsidian itself so that you can see what it looks like once it's done. So, okay, we have the gratitude, planning, the reflection was earlier. All right, so it's done. Now, all we're going to do is copy this. Now we're going to open up a new note here and paste it in. Okay, so this is the pasted version. Let me get into source mode here so you can see here is the front matter portion. It says layout, 1 column, full width. That really doesn't do anything for us. It's just a nonsense piece of metadata. When it comes to everything else here, it seems pretty decent. I mean, it has a reflection, gratitude, and planning, just like we asked for it. It has a good set of questions. What happened today? What did you learn? How did you feel about the events today? It has a very good gratitude section, asking for 3 things that you are grateful for, and then a planning section for the day ahead, so tomorrow's date. For this, I will say it is a pass for me. So there we go, 8 out of 8. That is our current test. Now keep in mind, this is nothing super fancy. This is specifically for seeing how well it would work within an Obsidian vault. We're not doing any type of math-based deduction or reasoning things yet. I will want to add those into our testing suite, but for now, I want to develop a very good set of questions. I'm not sure how many yet, maybe 10, 20, that purely focus on Obsidian-related tasks. Things like responding to emails, things like data view code snippets, things like summarizing notes. What does it know about Obsidian? Can it recommend me cool things about Obsidian plugins, for example? I really want to develop the base for this first. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please, if you have any other questions you'd like me to add to these suites, like a custom question, for example. By the way, this custom question button, if you do decide to use this, you can just type in a random question here and then generate an answer. That's just easy way to prompt the model that's currently loaded. But anyway, again, if you have any cool ideas for questions that we can add to this, let me know in the comments below. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.